Damn it. All right. Yellow is applause. Whatever. We need to get to what are we here for? What have we doing? What have we done? I've forgotten already.
We are going to talk about first what we like about Game of Thrones before unleashing our unbridled rage.
Oh, that's right. Thank you. Game of Thrones, the show that we all love and hold dear in our hearts. I don't even know if I remember when I first started watching Game of Thrones. Do you remember, Thomas, the first time you?
It was years after you and me did the circus, because I remember y'all were like trading flash, because it was before it was streamed. So like I remember you would like have a flash drive with like season 4 on it, and somebody would have season 5, but they wanted to go back and watch season 4. So you guys would like trade.
Yeah,
like
on the
cards,
train.
You traded flash drives of seasons of Game of Thrones like it was fucking Pokemon. That's awesome.
Like it was like cigarettes in prison.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It was, on the circus train, it was either you had something to watch downloaded or you had nothing and a bottle in your hand. So most of the time we had a bottle.
I definitely started watching it like after it came out. Like I assume.
Yeah, because I
everybody
kept
did.
telling you to watch it.
To be fair, you told me to watch The Lighthouse, so I have to really be careful about
Whatever,
the
this
shit
was
that
way
you
before The
recommend.
Lighthouse
I'm
even
just
came out.
saying, and to my credit as well, a lot of people jack off in Game of Thrones. So
This is true.
there's a lot of penis in Game of Thrones.
Don't try to pin me as
I'm not, I'm
recommending
just-
only jack
I'm not.
off
I
material.
didn't say that. Did I say that? All I said was I have to be careful with everything that you recommend me. That's all I'm saying. There's some great things. Doom Patrol, amazing. Okay, just Robert Pattinson, he jerks off. So anyway, yeah. So Game of Thrones, yeah. So I remember trying to get into it for the first season. So I guess let's just do like a full retrospective. Let's try to, because you recently like watched it all the way through, like even the last season.
I did, yeah. So
You
fresh in the mind.
you soldier. I don't know. Did it? Well, I guess we'll just wait till we get there. So let's just start. Season 1. Like, it starts off, I'll just say my first thoughts. We'll go, like, episode to episode as best we can. Like, not literally episode to episode, but just in the order that it happens in the show. When it first came out, for me, my first thoughts were, what the fuck are they talking about? What are they saying? How do I follow this show? Like, that was the first thing that I thought.
First thing I thought was Sean Bean.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just saw him and I was, Sean Bean. He's going to die.
Yeah.
I just knew it.
Yeah,
I just knew it, from every other movie he's ever been in. He just dies. So I was like, okay, I like him, but I know he's going to die. I don't know why, but he will.
He was my first Sean Bean.
That's your first Sean
Yeah,
Bean.
so I really had to look up, like, God, is he dying? Like, and I was like, oh my God, he always dies. Oh my
Always.
God.
He's like oranges and what is it like? What are the fucking the Italian movies? The you come to me on the day of bippity boppity.
The Godfather?
Yeah, it's like that. And what's Goodfellas? Like anytime
Oh, yeah.
you see an orange on screen, someone's about to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is him. I'm mad you were like, he's like the,
A quick bibbity bobbity. What movie am I talking about?
well, yeah, I was like, I fucking know. Yeah, Mamma Mia, It's like, no, I don't fucking know what you're talking about.
It's a Robert De Niro movie. Help me know this.
And what's funny is that when you did that, immediately what I thought of was Dinner with the Schmucks. Immediately that's what
That's
I thought
good
of.
shit, man.
I hate that I was able to guess it.
Fuck. But so that was what I initially thought, and then the first episode ends with like Jamie and Cersei fucking, so I was like, so to which I immediately thought, all right, I must not have understood what they were talking about because those are siblings. They wouldn't be fucking. Surely I need to rewatch this episode. I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna go on knowing that I misheard them. So then the whole second episode is like the fallout, and then he like pushed him out of this there, and I was like, okay, maybe they are brothers. I just slowly started to understand the plot. And then Sean Bean dies. So, like, that's season 1 for me. That's just, if I could wrap it up. What about you guys?
That was the first season. I mean, that was my first time seeing Jason Momoa in a role. So, what was it? Khal Drogo? That was badass. Fucking love that role. And then weird witch woman, kills him.
Cool, yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then start off the greatest story arc for a character ever, for Khaleesi, which...
Up until a point.
Yeah, up until a point. It started off so good. You're just like, all right, in this really fucked up world, even from the first season, like you see decisions she makes and you're like, look, some of them are kind of fucked up. Like her brother getting killed, he needed to go.
Yeah.
But it was still fucked up that she was like, he's not a dragon. He wouldn't have died if he was a real dragon.
I don't know. I feel like there's kind of an implication of like years of abuse there,
Oh, for sure.
I don't know.
I'm not saying he didn't have it coming. I'm just saying that her actions don't necessarily reflect what we would consider as good.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But it's still honorable acts.
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying.
So that's why, like, it started off so fucking great for her. You're like, dude, she got the rough end of the stick.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Dude, my favorite thing about Game of Thrones when I first started watching it, I noticed, like, so like, obviously you can't write a screenplay where people talk like normal people, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but the funniest thing about it to me that I noticed is, like, no one ever says bye to each other. Like, someone will have a zingy one-liner to kind of, or something witty to say at the end of a conversation, and they'll both just kind of part ways. And I just always imagined myself in Game of Thrones, I would have no idea when conversations ended. Like, someone would say something to me and walk away, and I'd be like, oh, that must be my cue. Like,
did I just piss them off?
What is happening?
And then everyone's so good at that. I feel like it would take me a couple of years. I'd go to my best friend or something in the Game of Thrones universe and be like, dude, I just won my first conversation. Because I think so, at least. It's hard to tell.
That's true.
Meat pies for everybody tonight.
Fuck yeah, dude.
I would be, yeah, you're right. That would be me. And then one day I'd just be Tyrion in that sky jail. Like, imagine waking up and you look like that sky jail he was in. That's like, this is so ridiculous. All I said was hello. What happened? Like, oh my God.
Your ending reply wasn't witty enough, so they imprisoned you.
Yeah. It made them suspicious.
Think of better one-liners, you fool.
That new guy, his one-liners are just one line. Better arrest him.
He's up to something.
He's up to something. He's after the throne.
You tell someone, see you later. What the fuck did you say to me?
My favorite line of Game of Thrones to date is the Sky Prison scenario where he's doing a trial by combat, and the little kid's just like, make the little man fly, mommy.
Dude, what a freak.
What a fucking
that still cracks me
guy.
up. And he's like such a gnarly looking little kid, and he's just
yeah, he was ugly. Good God.
and
I hope he's doing okay, man.
I mean, well, I think he got hot at the end, like in season 8, or like a regular looking at least.
Yeah.
Like at season 8, like wasn't he there at the end?
yeah, it was like that weird thing where Littlefinger, right? Yeah, Littlefinger was just like, yeah, so you're gonna marry Sansa. Not weird. Like, what is she, like 10 years older than him or something like that? And then he wants to marry her. Oh God, I hated that whole little storyline.
Ugh.
It was so creepy.
I think that's my favorite thing he did in the season was later on, or in the show later on. He's just like, all right, what's the kid's name again? Who cares?
I don't know.
He's just like, all right, man, it's time for you to go.
I call him the
man.
squealing boy.
It's time for you
It's time for you to be a man.
like, cut it out, dude. I must continue breast milking.
Also, like, Liza Aaron looks like her breath smells crazy. Like when she be like talking to Sansa later on, you can just like see it. Like
is that his mom? Is that yeah.
She like
okay.
It looks like the Sunday episode of SpongeBob.
That's true. That's true.
If you think about it, Sansa was always like, her face was just starting to like pucker up like a lemon every time she was talking to her. It makes sense now.
Man.
As soon as they went cut, she was just like, I have some mints. No, I'm okay. Thank you, though.
No, I'm okay. Man,
Are you sure? It wouldn't be a problem for me.
That's a sacred rule. If somebody ever offers you a mint, never say no, no matter what. Like, cause
that makes me feel bad because when I have gum, I feel too anxious to just not offer it, and I always wonder afterward, like, do they think that I was saying that their breath, like
9 times out of 10, it's just generosity. But like, you don't want to get caught that one time out of 10 where you just stink and you don't know it. You know?
Thank God. Thank God.
That's the worst because then you start noticing like other people, and then you're like, something's going on. I don't understand. Nobody will look me directly in the eye.
Yeah, everybody's like 10 feet away from me at all times. I really like applying that mindset to Game of Thrones. I mean, they talk about it all the time about how men shit themselves in battle. Like to me, Game of Thrones is really much like, we want you to imagine how it smells here.
Yeah.
You know, like, it smells crazy in every scene of Game of Thrones.
In every single scene.
The cities had to smell
Yeah.
awful.
King's Landing, all those feet just going everywhere.
Yeah, bro, dumping shit out the window. I mean,
right onto the street. They're like, that's a good place.
God. Oh my God.
They talk about it a lot.
They made it way grosser looking in House of Dragons, which I thought was fantastic because King's Landing is fucking disgusting.
Gross, dude.
It is so vile.
God.
I would never want to live there.
No, dude.
But it was, but you see that even early on. That's why I agree. I think the visuals for the show kind of really, they lean into that. Like even from the beginning, like their whole thing is like, yeah, we want you. Like you can almost smell it, right? Like this isn't pleasant. Like that's immediate. Like from season 1, like that's how they're directing it. Like
that's why they stay in the castle. They don't go out.
It's nasty here.
Yeah, and that's why Jamie has such disdain for fucking everybody.
That's
It
true.
smells like shit all the time. It's like, I'm goddamn tired of you smelly ass people. God damn it.
He's like, God, I hate this job.
Take a shower. God.
I guess if I had to smell shit every day, I would want to bang my sister too if she was the only one that didn't smell like shit.
It makes sense too because there's so many like bath scenes. Like there's so many scenes where someone's taking a bath.
Only royalty.
Yeah, that's true. Damn.
That's
Only
what
royalty.
Fuck. So yeah, that's true. I didn't think about this until right now. How the fuck do they
What's
just bathe in dirty river water? Jesus Christ. Soap doesn't
Brienne of
exist.
Tarth, she felt like that. I remember that scene where she takes a bath with Jamie and she looked, I mean, part of it, she was, uncomfortable having to sit in there with him, but she just looked uncomfortable to be in a bath.
He's so dirty too, man. He looked like shit.
Yeah.
And he was just like, God, I've needed this.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't realize that until Brienne stepped inside for a lovely bath, and then this dirty homeless person just steps in the bath with you. That's fucking, that's nasty. I would be like, oh, get out of here. What do you want?
And also just to know that, first of all, they did not have plumbing or filtration. So just to imagine to have to sit in that water with him, be fucking awful because it all just floats to the top. If I remember right, it was like a hot water bath, so all that shit just floats to the top. I'm glad we don't live in the Middle Ages. That would suck so bad.
That would not be great.
God, yeah, that's nasty. So, but what happens in season 2?